Welcome viewers to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. I hope you are doing well wherever you are watching this video from. Okay, so as you can see, I want to answer this question for linear programming. Okay, mind you, this is just a continuation. We have done lesson 1 and lesson 2, so this is just more like an additional question under what we have looked at in the previous lessons. So we have this question which is saying, write 3 inequalities that define the unshaded region R, this R, on the diagram below. Okay, so it's very important that you have to identify the lines, then you start with the easiest one. Okay, so solutions. So from here, when you look at these 3 lines that you have, 1, 2, 3, the easiest one will be this one here. This is our easiest one, okay, because it's just on the point where x is equal to what? 2. This is the x-axis. So the first one, you name it as Roman numeral 1. So we are going to say x, we leave space here and then we write 2. So the reason why I'm leaving space there is to choose what type of inequality are we going to put that side. Okay, so they are saying it defines unshaded region. Okay, so the shaded part is this, the unshaded part is this side. Okay, so the shaded part is less, the shaded part is what? Less. The unshaded part is greater, so this one will say greater. Okay, now looking at the type of line that we have, it's a broken line. This is a broken line, so I'm not going to say greater or equal to. No, it's not going to be equal to. So this is the answer for this line. Okay, this is the line x greater than 2. Then we come to the second one. So for the second one, you've got this, then you have this. So it's up to you which one you can start with. You can either start with this or start with this. So if we start with, I'll say we start with this one. Okay, so for this one, take note, you have this point where the 2 lines are intersecting, then this same line, you see, are intersecting with the y-axis here on this point. So you have coordinates. The first coordinate, as you can see, you have 0,8, 0,8. Then the second one, you have 6,4, 6,4. So you pick those coordinates. Okay, remember, gradient along the straight line, it's equal. So even if you pick the coordinates which are here or there, it's fine, provided in the x-axis we have been given the coordinates as well. Then it's very easy for you. So what you are going to do is, for this line, we are first going to find the gradient. The gradient. Why are we finding the gradient? We are finding the gradient so that we'll be able, or it will help us to find the equation of the straight line. This is the straight line. So I want to know what inequality is presented by this straight line. So this is our x1, y1, x2, y2. So what is the formula for gradient? We say m equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. M equal to, what is our y2? It's 4, minus, what is our y1? It's 8, over, what is our x2? 6, minus, what is our x1? 0. So from there, m equal to 4 minus 8, you get a -4, over 6 minus 0, you get a what? A 6. Just to remind you, this is paper 1, okay? So there's no need for you to use a calculator. You find this type of question in paper 1. So what do? You say m equal to negative. We find the highest common factor of 4 and 6, of which that number is 2. 2 into 4, it goes there many times, 2, over 2 into 6, 3. Okay, so our gradient is -2 over 3. So upon finding our gradient, it becomes now very easy for us to find the equation of the straight line. So what we do, I'll rub here, I'll rub this part so that you see what you are doing. Okay, so from there now, what you are going to do, you come up with the equation of the straight line, the formula that we can use, you say y minus y1 equal to m in brackets x minus x1 close bracket. So remember, you have two types of coordinate. Let's say you have coordinate A and coordinate B. I'm just renaming them for the purpose of easy identification. So if you choose to pick this one will be your x1, this one your y1. If you choose to pick this one will be your x1, this one your y1. So whatever coordinates you pick, you are going to get the same answer. So let's say we pick this one. So if using y minus, where there is y1, we are going to put 8 equal to m. Remember, m is the gradient. What is our gradient? Negative 2 over 3. Negative 2 over 3, open bracket. We come to x1. What is our x1? We have picked this. This is the one we have picked. So our x1 is 0. So you say x minus 0. Then we cross like that. Okay? So from there, what is next? We are going to expand. Okay? From there, we are going to expand. You will say y minus 8 equal to negative 2 over 3 times x. We are going to get negative 2/3 x. Then here, this times 0, it's a 0, so there's no need for you to write it. It's fine, okay? So what you can do, let this negative 8 go that side, so that you remain with y equal to negative 2/3 x. This is a negative, becomes positive what? 8. Alright, I do hope that you are following. I hope that you are following. So here, now we can change this from an equation to an inequation or inequality. So it's going to be y, I'll leave space here, then I'll just say negative 2/3 x plus 8. Now, looking at this line, okay? Looking at this line, the way it is, looking at this line, we said the upper region is greater, then the lower region is what? Less. Okay? The upper region is greater, the lower region is what? Less. So the shaded part is greater. Now I want to describe the unshaded part, which is the opposite. So it will be less than. Okay? It will be less than. Now, looking at the type of the line that we have, is it a broken line or a solid line? It's a solid what? Line. So this will be less than or equal to, like this. If it was a broken line, I would have just written it less than. So this is our second what? Inequality. Alright, so I do hope that you are following. So this one, we say y greater or equal to negative 2 over 3 x plus 8. So we are going now to answer this one. Okay, we have already answered two inequalities. We are remaining with this one. Right. So we have answered. We have found the inequality for this one, for this line, and for this line. We are just remaining for this line. Okay. So when you look at this line, remember you have your first coordinates here. So this is our third inequality. The coordinate is 6, 4. So let's come up with the second coordinates. You can see the way it's coming. It's passing on this point where you have a 2, okay? And this is the line where we say y equal to what? 0. So it's passing on 2, which is the coordinate for x, okay? Which is 2. Then we are saying this is the line y equal to 0. So here we are going to put a 0, okay? Then we name our coordinates x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, so again we find the gradient of this line, then we use it to find the equation of the straight line. That's when we'll be able to come up with an equality. So our gradient equal to, so y2 is 0 minus y1 is 4 over x2 is 2, x1 is 6. I do hope you understand this. It's coming from this y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm just writing it straight. So m equal to 0 minus negative 4. 0 minus 4, you get a negative 4 over 2 minus 6. You are going to get a negative what? 4. So m equal to negative 1, negative out, 4 into 4. It's a 1. Okay. So the value of the gradient is what? 1. So let's now find the equation of the straight line, where we say y minus y1 equal to m, open bracket, x minus x1. Remember what I said for the previous line that you are finding? We said you can pick any of the coordinates. If you wish, you can pick this one or you pick that one. Okay, the answers are going to be the same. Okay, so for me, I'll pick this one. So if I pick this one, this will be my x1, this will be my y1. Then they are the ones that I'm going to replace here. So y minus, where there is y1, say 0 equal to m is 1, open bracket, x minus, where there is x1, it's a 2. Okay, so y minus, for this one, I'll just say y, because I know a 0, even if it goes that side, it's not going to change any value. Okay, y equal to 1 times x, it's x, 1 times negative 2, it's negative 2. Okay, so this is our equation. Now we want to find the inequality, so we are going to say y, we leave space, x minus 2. So what inequality symbol are you going to put there? So let's come back to our line. This is the line. So before you do anything, take note of the line. It's a solid line. Okay, so we are looking for the symbol to be less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. Okay, I do hope you are getting me. Alright, I do hope you are following me. I'll repeat. You take a look at this line. This is a solid line. Okay, so the type of inequality that we are going to have, we should be either less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, between the two, because this is a solid line. Now let's identify. So you can see we are saying the upper region is greater, the lower region is what? Less. Upper region greater, lower region less. So the shaded part is the less. Now I want to describe the unshaded part. The opposite of less is greater, not so. So you say y greater or equal to x minus 2. This is our third inequality. Okay, so for this line, the inequality is y greater or equal to x minus 2. So if you are following, our inequalities now, let's list them here. The three inequalities, we have the first one, which is where we said x greater than 2. Our second one, we said y less or equal to negative 2/3 x plus 8. Our third one, we have this one, y greater or equal to x minus 2. These are our inequalities, and you get 5 marks, because this question they will give you 5 marks in an exam. So thank you so much everyone for viewing this content. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you view more of this content. And if you are watching us on Facebook, don't forget to share the page and invite your friends so that they can also enjoy the content that you are enjoying as well. Thank you.